So, let's see. Today, let's get that plating done, more so than what we've had before because of all these hindrances. And so, a quick recap of last time. So, we got a bunch of the plating done and rewired some things, but I found there's a major issue. So, I'm not going to remove these bolts, but if I basically remove anything to do with these two propellant tanks, my game soft crashes and I have to restart it. So, we're going to have to work around those, which is going to be annoying, but it shouldn't be too bad. So, I guess we'll just kind of start editing away, adding in all that armor. So last time we discussed just leaving this part open. I think we may wait for the greebling part of this before we do that. So I'm just gonna finish up like this back plating, like kind of I call this the neck. I know it probably has an actual name, but um, armoring this area and then covering up the outside of these containers right here. So we'll just get right into that. I don't know what these are. These look like they might be a 76 or 72. Yeah.
Hello.
Heyo. How you doing?
Good. Turns out that calc assignment I was doing was the last one I'll have to.
Nice. So today what we're going to be doing is trying to plate the rest of the ship. Um, Progress is slower than I'd like, so I'm not sure about the greebling, how far we're going to get into that, if possible. Um, but we'll see what we can do. Right now, so I'm just starting to armor up the actual like bridge, yeah, right below the bridge. So I'll see if I can armor this area up real quick. So that's 144.
You got a stream delay.
The stream delay is actually just because of how the stream works. I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn off the stream delay, and it turns out I don't actually have a stream delay. It's just the amount of time it takes to turn around the signal.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
You
that's,
can never forget about it, so you never have to worry about stream snipers.
well, no, I still will, but hey,
Not
Bonehead.
there's,
All right, no worries. But continue, Panda.
well, they won't have the same. It's like you'll still have to worry about them, but they won't have incredibly accurate chances of hitting you. Basically,
Yeah.
you just gotta always watch your back when you leave the safe.
Yeah, but that's pretty much assumed right now. I'm just gonna copy and paste this over here real quick so I don't forget about it, because that seems like an odd piece to have. And then, where are you? That's like a 72. Yeah, that's a 12 by 72. Um, but I'm not even gonna lie, plating is not fun on a ship this big.
It seems to get really finicky in certain areas.
Yeah. So like I said this earlier, but I guess I didn't say it with you on. So the propellant tanks, I've done a bunch of I looked at those a lot, and there's a couple other things on the ship that act like these, but I cannot remove anything around these propellant tanks. Um, Otherwise my game will soft crash and I have to restart the whole thing. So I've got to
Yeah,
really watch out for that. Otherwise bad things happen.
are those front angled pieces still giving you problems?
It's not the angled pieces. I believe it's actually the propellant tanks themselves. Actually, I'm gonna take that one out because we might be able to just stick a plate right back through there because that looks like a reasonable size, like one of these.
Just go all the way down.
Yeah. because it's all open space right there. But let's do a bit of the side plating here just to get this out of the way.
How does
Uh,
plating line running door?
sorry, you've been cutting out?
Hmm?
You were cutting out.
Sorry. How does plating line up with the sliding?
Here. Oh, okay, so that's another issue. I just soft crashed again because accidentally trying to move the cargo crates. But so, how the plating aligns up. So it just like I have a little space. I have a 12 centimeter space back here, and then you see the sliding door mechanism right here is just right in front of that, and so it can go fine over any other plates that are there. But I'm gonna save, and then I have to restart this because soft crashes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
The door
I
does not sit. It's out the width of a.
I was
Let's
really
say.
hoping that we weren't gonna have um, as many crashes, but I seem to be proven wrong. So this is off to a great start. I hope it's not like this for a lot of big ships, otherwise it's gonna get real annoying. So, all right, loading back in. Oh, and I forgot to turn the music back on. That's another thing I've got to do. I was like, why is it so quiet? Hmm, just so we don't have, we need the menu music back. That's the main reason. There we go. Alrighty. Something's flying around out there. Okay.
It's again.
Alright, so note to self, do not try to move the cargo crates. And a 24 by 144 would go well there. And then we'll just copy pasta. And then kind of put it in the middle. Is that about right there? Should work. Does auto bolt freak out? I hope it doesn't freak out, but if it does, that's gonna be annoying. Okay, we're alright.
God, that bolt's weird. Look.
It does, yeah, but that's just based on where the frames are, so. And then we'll do some outlining at the bottom, so that's a 36 spot there, 36 centimeters. So we'll just slap this on and we'll kind of just put it along for a bit as an outline. And then we can,
Just to give you the snap to and work on.
yeah, and then we can fill in just like a jigsaw. That's 72, and then that is probably 48. Perfect. And then that just means that's a 72 by 36, I believe. Yep, cool. I love it when plating fits in perfectly.
Sniping those measurements.
And then we'll just do that up there as well. You kind of start to just get an eye for all of the sizes. I think that one may be, yeah, that one's different. So we'll go up here. right around here. That looks like it's a square, so let's try 96. That is not a 96, that is a 72. Yep. Alrighty. Right in there. And then that's probably the 36 by 72 again. Yeah, looks about right. Okay, cool. And then we'll fill that in. Is this... No, that's... Let's see, what could that be? That looks like it might be a 56, which we sadly don't have, so we're gonna go with a 48. And then we're gonna do a single 12 centimeter. Yeah. So then we'll just do a 12 by 144 and boom. Okay. And then, yeah, that's not a specific size. I don't know what to put here. Let's try it 72 by 144. That might be the right amount of thickness. Yeah. And that's 24 by 72. You kind of just start getting an eye for things as time goes on. Like you can just guess how big something is.
They're all multiples of like 12.
Yeah. Like half of one of these beams, like width-wise, is 12 centimeters. So everything's based off that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of copy and paste from here. Okay. So since often, like when doing this, a lot of the area might be overlapping already, it's kind of best. So I accidentally went a little bit inboard there, but you just copy and paste it over here. You see that it's off a good chunk. And then are we turning this around? We're not gonna turn this around, I don't think. But then you move it over here, and then what I like to do is I just put it in piece by piece. So we're obviously gonna have to move these top pieces separately. But let's see where everything else goes. So what I'm gonna do is maybe we just have to flip this. And then it goes down there. Yeah, that looks about right. So in that case, we'll just kind of go with this. We can just move these out. Put them down there. And find that they are the wrong size. So things are slightly off on either side, but it's not enough to cause an issue. So doing a whole rework of the turrets would not be. Either that or I just measured one thing wrong in between, and that's just going to be painful. So that's a 72 by 72. So what we can do here is 72 by 144. And then just slap that in there. And then that fits in perfectly. Then what's this? That's slightly shorter than a 72. So it's really our only choice is a 48. That is... What are you? You look thicker
Total
than...
that might be
this,
60, so 36 and 20.
This looks thicker than a normal plate for some reason. I think I may be
That's
blind,
weird.
but we're gonna see.
No, I see it too.
think it may just be my eyes. No, yeah, it is. That's delightful. But we'll just stick that right there. And then that's 72 long, so we'll just do a 12 by 72. Use the scroll wheel, and Bob's your uncle. And then that's 36 by 72. And right in there. Okay. And then we'll go down below, and then we'll probably do the exact same thing. Yeah.
So this side's actually symmetrical.
Mm-hmm. What probably happened is it looked like the plating was a little different coming like from the front on either side, because I tried to make sure that these were the same on either side so I wouldn't have to come back and redo them, but guess not. Let's see, does this actually fit? It does not. So let's try this. Right in there. Yeah. See, there's a 60 by 60 square, but there's no like 60 measurements. So that really annoys me sometimes.
It's really weird.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it is. But okay, so now that we've got this part, we can just kind of take like a vertical, well, over here we did it like this, but what I was thinking is that's way too big. Maybe that's more the size. I think we actually have to just put in manual plating here. So yeah, this is going to be an armed miner. It's a super miner basically, so it needs to be able to defend itself since it should be going out in the belt.
It's a little too valuable to lose.
Yeah. Oh, and breaking news, one of the developers, Excelli, went on a mining trip and found Zallium for the first time.
Oh, how much?
Filled his cargo hold with it.
That's worth a pretty penny.
Yeah. And so now what's happening here is because this is an overlap right there, what I do is so I'll move like this right here, and then I'll kind of build up to it, and then just build like a bump out right there, and that'll just cover up the actual mechanism of the door, so less tampering. And then this looks thinner than 72, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, it is. Or it's not. Okay. So that's kind of helpful. But so now with doors, you're going to start getting into issues with this. So when you're putting plating directly next to doors, the doors do not like it. So that starts to bring in the question of auto bolting. So often when you're putting something, so when I'm going to be plating up right behind this door, the auto bolt tool is going to say, hey, I can bolt to this, but that's not what you want because that area is a slider, so it'll make a really annoying grindy noise and not be fun.
One of those stupid things again.
Yeah. So, but that looks, see, this looks perfect for the, nope, that's not, I think that might be a 72 by 72. Yeah, it happens to like everybody's. It's just there's not enough chat going on so that it's very noticeable. And then, so we'll just pull the 36. And then can't really do it from there, but
don't think mining lasers exist in game yet.
No, they're not. A lot of people always ask about that, and like, yeah, there still aren't mining lasers, sadly. So I'm gonna stick in. So what's that?
I don't think it would be too difficult to attach them to the front once they exist, or put them on turret.
Yeah, it won't be. But as soon as we get them, this is getting one.
Or two.
Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out. I'm gonna manually bolt that on because I know the auto bolter is gonna freak out about that. And then we'll just put in a 36 by 36 square right there. Make everything happy. And then we'll also, so that's 36, yeah, that's a 144, so we'll put in a 144 right behind it. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult, but what the idea is that this is gonna have a larger crew than normal ships, so they'll be able to. There are, I believe, 14, if I'm remembering the number correctly, 14 access points on this ship for filling it with cargo.
And there's like 6 seats.
Yeah, at a minimum.
Without adding like extra seating.
Hello, welcome to the stream. And then, so just trying to get right in here. So that's 48 long, so we'll need a 24 by 38. 48. My brain
Sim, I
was
just had an
breaking.
interesting
A what?
an interesting coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted my faction ad, and the little faction invite said that there are 22 people online out of 33.
Yeah?
So like off by 11 multiples of 11 thing. It's interesting.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a 36 by 36. Yeah, that's true. But like when you get to an asteroid, you're going to be able to mine it much quicker than normal. So then we'll do a 24 by, let's just go with 144. Actually, we want, so each one of these device bases is 72 centimeters long. So I think I'm just going to put in a 24 centimeter right there. That'll cover it up. Yeah, you can crack it in half or something and then just distribute it. So let's see how this looks. Also, you see what I mean about auto bolt? It really likes to do that. So every time we use auto bolt and before we spawn this in, we're gonna have to make sure that that is not there. But there we go. Still works. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side real quick. So hopefully, I kind of want to copy and paste, but I know it's going to be slightly different. But we're going to do that anyway. I mean, hey, that'd be a fun world record to break.
Considering the size of asteroids they have planned, I'm not sure it would stay around that.
Yeah, if anyone has seen the new progress notes, there is in the works for a 200 to um,
1,000, I think.
1,000 meter, yeah, 1,000 meter asteroid. So, big stuff.
They specifically said you can land on it. It's big enough.
Yeah, so not sure you'd want to land on it. Yeah, it's serious.
It might be easier to land on it and mine there. Like, I think they're only ice asteroids that.
Yeah, it's they said ice asteroid. but you never know. Could be because when they have a tech, they like to expand it to many things. And that looks like more a 36 by 48 to me. So I'm just gonna slip that in and hope it works. And it does. Okay, cool. So I'm hoping that this area will go easier, and then what we'll do after we finish up kind of like the door plating area, we're gonna try and cover I call them necks, but like the neck of the ship, and then we'll go from there. Maybe try to do some of the front plating. That would be handy. All right, there we go. That's right there. And then that just needs to be like a 48 by something. 48 by 72. That's what I was thinking. Just boom, boom, and ready. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, this ship isn't too big. So, when you're rendering ships like this one, it shouldn't be that bad actually. So it fits within the building bounds as well, which is another handy thing. So, let me show you once I put this plate on. But so this ship barely fit. Well, it doesn't really go towards the bounds. Like it's a larger ship for sure, but it's not going to be pushing any records. I've seen bigger ships, and it really depends on each person's computer. And my computer is pretty strong and is able to simulate it. Oh, that is a 36 by 36. You must trust the plating. And like I can still test flight it and everything and it all works fine. So there's nothing really too big to be worried about.
Looked it up, and I don't know that the area just below the bridge has a name. I think it's just still part of the bridge.
Yeah, very well could be.
It's hard to tell though. It's a very specific thing to look.
Alright, we'll just auto bolt that real quick. Then shake our fists at the auto bolt again and save. Every single time. Alright,
At least the
so
aft part of the doors.
I don't think we actually finished putting, yeah, we didn't finish putting this on. And what do you mean?
It's always that like top back corner of the.
Yeah, so that's one of the areas where it overlaps. Like the plating behind overlaps, and the auto bolt is perfectly okay with that. So, why are you not? What is in your way? Oh, I see. This is somehow.
What? It's already bolted to the beam.
Yeah, I think that's what's causing it to freak out. We're actually going to select it and then are the wait, hold on a second. It doesn't look like is that okay, that's just something I'll have to fix later. That's fun. Um but it looks like it's close enough now. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get any closer. Then we'll just go down here. That snaps right on. Alright, please don't break on me. That would be not fun. Okay. I think with a ship of this size, the tools are just kind of starting to break down. Honestly, okay with 1.62. That would be fine by me. But, so yeah, let's look at the so-called neck. So, in a case like this, you have like an angled bit like this. I'm not sure that anything properly fits there. So, we'll check real quick. It's not angled plates. It's might be curved or corner.
I think it's curved.
Yeah, because these are all side bits. That's way too big. That's way too small. That's definitely too small. This may serve our purposes. Unless it doesn't. Nope. Yep, it doesn't quite. So that's a 96 by 96. Let's try the 108. Not necessarily. I mean, my flight record is impeccable. Uh,
Knock
you
on
know,
wood, quick.
yeah. Um, but like so far I haven't hit anything, and with this, so I have two bridges on it, which one could say will increase the chance of getting hit, but it also lets another look out beyond the bottom. I think the 108s are what we're looking for. And hopefully that's on the middle of both of them. There we go. Because those both need to be bolted. And then 108, let's try 72. 72 is too big. 48, next up. Okay. Yeah, don't
Oof.
don't read chat and drive.
Or bug report.
Yeah, just actually just focus on flying. Alright, so I'm gonna save this, hold my breath, and press auto bolt foolishly. Um,
Maybe you'll have to add bolts for the bolt god, man.
yeah, I'm just hoping it doesn't soft crash because of corners. Okay. Okay, cool. So that looks alright, and then we'll just put it up like right underneath directly. Um, yeah, that'll work. So we'll just pull like a flat plate. Um, I don't know what might fit there. I think a 144 is too big, but we're gonna find out. Oh yeah, the door is definitely now bolted. Um, but we're just gonna wait until we have to spawn or anything, because otherwise every single time I auto bolt, the door wins. And the
It's
door,
not a fight you should have to do.
yeah, we can't let the door win. So I'm just gonna move that right there. And then that's a 96. So let's try 72 by 96. That seems reasonable. And that looks perfect. The headache of having to fit everything, or auto bolting, or the soft crashes. There's a
Yes.
there's a lot of reasons. So that fits actually perfectly, right up to the glass. Yeah, right up to the glass. So
Very nice.
that works pretty well. And then we'll just put on sides. Yeah, fair enough. So then we'll put on 108 ends. Okay, cool. And it fits perfectly, like it should, but I had my anticipations, you
Yeah,
know.
you think all the angles would work, but sometimes they don't. They
Yeah.
just suspiciously sit
Also,
there and
oh, so this is one thing I forgot to do. So, I currently have a mining backpack equipped. So let's go and try out all of the nodes to make sure they work. So you work, you work, you work. Okay, so all the front ones work. Let's- Oh, I think they made the beam better this time.
as in
Just
longer, brighter.
uh, like more connected. So those two don't work, so that's something to fix. You don't work, you don't work. Okay, that's delightful. You don't work, you work, okay. Um, you work and you work. So which one doesn't work down here? Is it the front? No, it's the back. So we'll look at that one, see what it's about. We'll grab that cable tool. Yeah, that's what it's about. When I was doing the elevators, I think I forgot to just connect it. So we're just gonna pop. Perfect. And then these ones, what is up with you? So you're connected to power, you're also connected via pipe.
You
Some,
turn off plates, you'll be able to see where they trace to.
yeah. Something is telling me it's not actually connected to the full system. Oh, and okay, so right now, that's a good question. So for protecting against asteroids and stuff, the plating right now is actually pretty good. But combat, it's not really great, to
You
say
don't
the
even
least.
need a railgun to pierce an entire.
Yeah. Okay, now all these work. Yeah, it almost works perfectly. But yeah, so like this plating, it's enough to protect like if somebody shoots your generator, maybe most shots won't go through directly the first time. Second time, there's definitely no guarantee, but it works somewhat. What? Oh, as you can see, the door strikes back. See, it's a pet peeve. Like I gotta take out the bolt, but it takes time. So let's just finish up this neck. So I'm not sure. Do I want to? I want to put plating down here, I think. Let's actually use the nope, not you. 144s work really good right here. They fit almost perfect, like a glove. And then we'll just put that on the other side. There we go. And then that way, so now we can actually just put sheathing on here. That looks like it might be 72. So we'll try a 72 by 144. And it's too big. Nice. That'll go there though. That's a good spot for it. Um, so I guess now what we can make it out of, let's try a 36. We could do like a 36 and a,
24.
yeah. And then a 24 by 144. Okay, and then we'll see if we can move that just right. Actually, we'll just use the snapping. Except we can't move it there. Let's use the top. There to there. Alright. Come on, snapping. There you go. And then what's that? That's a 24 by 72. Alrighty. Just flip you around real quick. Alright. Looking good. And we'll pull the oldest trick in the book. Boom. There we go.
The jank mirror tool.
Yeah. When you can't mirror, oh man, I can't wait until we can mirror. That'll make me so happy.
And the door just won again.
Yeah. You can see it change colors really quick when something like that happens, but we're just gonna pretend it's not there for a bit to save my
What do you
sanity.
mean pretend it isn't there?
Yeah. Okay, so now, I don't really want to do a full sheath. I could do a full sheathing over the engines, but I kind of like the exposed engine look, just personally. So what we might do is just put a covering over these fuel rods because we don't want those to get shot if something happens.
Explosion right behind the bridge would be terrible.
Yeah, any explosion would be bad. But so we're just gonna put something back here, and then we can like bolt it to these supports. Hopefully it won't give too many errors. I think those are the same, like 72 width, so. Well, I mean, there's much less space on the ship, and also like inert fuel rods. Um, the inert fuel rods aren't actually like explosive. It's when you put them in the generator that's when they become. Also, I think these are 96, so we're just gonna swap over to that real quick. So let's do a 96 by. And that could be very well, but I also want to see how warp travel shakes out first.
That would make several of their ships that are somewhat long range not be used for war.
Yeah. So, do you fit? I don't think you do, but we're just trying. Nope. No, that is. We're just gonna.
How did you get it to go in two directions at once?
You can, so this is another one of my annoyances in the editor, but you can select like multiple directions.
If you click the node.
Yeah.
That's like the mouse and like chair glit.
Yeah. Another fun time. So that actually works
Yes.
pretty well. And let's see if auto bolt will live up to its magic, or I need to bolt all of those myself. Okay, it bolted like some. Yeah, that hurts to look at.
Hey Sim, Hullcrafter got the Hellfire droid working. The wheels don't fall.
Nice. Alright, but so right here, one of my primary things that I do not want to have happen. Oh, is that? Okay, that's starting to overload, so we're gonna have to watch that. But one of the things that I do not want to have happen is a bolt going through one of the areas in here, because that way if we put a fuel rod in there, we can't get to it at all. But
That
right
would be.
now it seems to work fine. So we'll just put like, uh, this is 96, so let's try a 96 by 144 again. Or 240 might actually be like the right size for this.
Did no one read the email?
Thank you for the follow. I keep forgetting to turn that down. It scares me every time.
How loud is?
I turned it up a bit too loud, I think. I think it might
Like, I
just,
can't hear it because I thought the stream muted.
yeah, fair enough. But at least for me, it's kind of loud. Then again, I hear it all the time, so.
That's
This looks
true.
like a 48 to me, so we'll try 48 by 96. There we go.
It was breakdancing for a moment.
Yeah, so we'll just bip and bop. And there we go, that works for covering. So now we'll just like finish, we'll bolt those just to make sure that they're properly in there, and then we will do that little corner there. Okay, so yeah, a lot of the stress is starting to compile in the ship. You can see it there. So when you have an offset weight ship, things like this will happen a lot. So once we start putting all of the plates on the bottom as well, it should even out. If it
Another
doesn't,
reason for the double bridge.
yeah. If it doesn't, what we can do is remove plating. That's the tried and true way of fixing things. So we're just gonna slip in. So 24 by 12 centimeters. Just right in there. Actually, wait, we'd want a 24 by 36. Oh, I did not select it. Right there. There we go. Actually, wait, I did want... Oh, man. Let's just, Hello, welcome to the stream. That looks like 48. It's not gonna be 48, but it looks like it. I doubt myself. Did I doubt right? I did. Yikes. Yeah, so we'll do, what's this, 48 by 72, so we need a 36 by, we'll try 36 by 48. That should do the job. Yeah, so there is that. And then that's just a 1 by 36, so 12 by 36. So I call 12 centimeters just one, so like 1 by 36, just take that as 12 by 36. It's kind of just my shorthand for speaking. And then that's just 12 by 72, because device plates are 72 by 72 centimeters. It's always a useful frame of reference to have those.
Did no one read the email?
Thank you for the follow. So we'll do this. And copy and paste. Fits perfectly. And wait, is there a... Yeah, so You see over here how this is not plated? We need to fix that up. So right here it actually has, yes, copy pasta. I say it a lot, so. But then a little bit behind. So this just goes directly behind, and then we'll get, we'll just do a 1 by 44, 144. It is, honestly. Like, something not working, just copy pasta. So then, so for this, this is going to be an interesting bolt right here. I think we'll just go with the 24, because this is a 24 gap. A 24 by 96, sorry, a 24 by 144, and a 24 by 48. Unless, oh. I was really scared there that it wasn't, unless it doesn't actually go back. Why are you not going there? Is it because of that bolt? No. Why are you not going there? Is it the resource bridge? Because the resource bridge shouldn't be like messing with that. Let's try the 36 by 144. So in the chance of a crash, right now, if you, I don't know if you've seen the progress notes in the main Starbase server. So they're working on a repair tool right now and projection tools. So that's what our solution will be, but also most times there is a way to fix it. So there's a previous video on my channel,
last Thursday.
yeah, my YouTube channel, and we did a rescue, and we basically cannibalized the ship, and it was able to fly home. So
And then bugs got it, but
yeah,
still.
it was promptly yoinked by bugs, but so I think I actually, nope.
Also, they've mentioned they're gonna have like equipment or tool crates, right? So
Yeah,
you can
so
bring beams with you without bolting a back.
those are called toolboxes. Oh, and my YouTube is the same. It's just Simulator Space Haven. Let me see if I can get a link. But so they're going to be called toolboxes. So they will work similar to the ore crates, but instead of having to have like a
Pipe.
yeah, instead of having to have pipes and all that, and like a specific connection. Hold on, let me
They
get
just kind of
this link.
compress the stuff that's in it. I hope they're like maybe like half to a fourth of the size, so they're not.
All right, I think that link works. But so yeah, you'll be able to access it without having a special backpack or anything, and it should be fine. And yeah, the jerry rigging is real. When that time when I was repairing it, we called it redneck engineering because that's precisely what it was. We were using about everything we had to try and fix it, and it was rough, to say the least. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a classic. Hey man, how's
Hopefully
it
not a
going?
classic blunder.
Yeah. If this doesn't fit, I am gonna be perturbed. Doing pretty good. Only going slightly insane because of this. Yes, precisely. This looks like a really bad car. I'm not even gonna lie. Like just without putting anything on it. It looks like a really bad car.
You should save it as a module and just turn it into like a little
Okay, so it
something.
looks like it would fit just about right. So we're just gonna see. This probably won't work. Oh, I know why it's not working. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to put that little bit in there, which we already have. So we're just gonna pull one of the the classics, the most useful tool in Starbase. And yeah, so this thing right now, let's see how much it is. Yeah, 6.7 million. So I actually have, I think, like 16 or 15 million. So it's not going to be too rough for me. Um, since I've been here for so long, I got in on the early Karazium rushes. But yeah, that'd be chill.
I might be able to test it now since I'm not like actually streaming. I'm just in
Okay.
voice.
So I need to pick this up from the inside instead of the outside. Right there. Yeah, you know me, just living it up. Okay, so that works. Alright. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now save and pray. Hey, I am not one of the richest people on the server either.
How much does Sankey got?
I have no clue, but
So how much do you have right now?
like 15 million, something like that. I actually haven't checked in a long time because I've just spent so much time in the shipbuilder. Let's find out. Yeah, almost 15 mil flat. But also, so this is what happens when the auto bolter decides to bolt your doors like this. You just hear that grinding noise and it doesn't open, and it's really annoying. So that's not a fun thing to have happen. But so we're gonna fall for one of the classic blunders, thinking that this can be copy pasted without issue.
Not as bad as trying to get in as entering a land war.
Yeah, devs are looking for people that are active right now, so that's one way to... I heard it snap somewhere. You're snapping right there. Okay. Perfecto. Now we await our auto-bolted fate. How bad is it? Oh god. It's horrendous. Ah, some things aren't even bolted.
That is a lot of red all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough. I've been following this for so long.
I've just
And
been lurking that main server since like that trailer last year.
yeah. So
It just took me so long to actually find like a opportunity to like introduce myself.
mhm. So what do you mean as in flight controls? Like what I have available to me? Because um like I think I have an advanced FCU. There we go. This is what I was worried about. Yeah. Let's just yoink, yoink. No, you can't use your mouse to control. Does that do anything? That doesn't do anything. What, doing the mouse control? Or, I can't really watch it right now, so. I think what I'm gonna have to do with this one is find a, Oh, is that my, flight control video? I'm gonna spawn in, and we're just gonna see if we can find a way to fix this. Because all of the areas around it, like, so these are slightly raised for good reason. Haha, thank you. Um, but, so all of these are raised slightly because you want to be able to get underneath them if you're gonna be, like, getting those bolts and such. That poses a problem. How do you connect them properly? And so it's really just a bunch of jerry-rigged bolts, and it seems we have bolted one too many to them. So right now, there's another one up there, so that's an alright, but we're gonna see. So what we can try to do is, okay, there are like no bolts going into it, so that's not fun. That means I'm actually gonna have to add bolts to it. But you see, the thing is, okay, well, maybe we can do this. I think that's adding them only to the other one, though. Let's see if I can. We'll just kind of glitch on through. I don't think this would do anything. Yeah. So we're just gonna pop, pop, pop. We need to find some sort of structural beam. Or we could go the fun route. Let's kind of go the fun route. So it's this third one right there. Not recommended, but it works. Yes, I'm gonna use attachment plates. This is a horrible idea, just in general, but if it works, it works. So
It's a classy solution.
if your flight engineer ever does this on your ship, I would recommend not riding it.
I plan on being the flight engineer for my ship most of the time, so, well.
Let's see if, will it bolt? Okay, so that just makes it worse. I think what it's saying is just those bolts over there, they need to be reinforced, and that this is doing literally nothing. But see, the thing is, I don't want to have to remove this plate, but yeah, precisely. Okay, you know, it's 1.11. That I'm gonna see if I can fit any more on there. If I put a bolt there, will this still... Okay, it will still move. So we're just gonna... See, look, it's like nothing was even there. Perfect. Oh man, I hate this so much. Oh. I'm gonna pretend like I never am gonna see that again. What are you? Oh, yeah. This is what happens. See, this ship is where it gets sketchy, but the other ships are fine. Like, this bad boy is gonna be interesting. And yeah, there is, it's this one, I think. No, that's the, well, this one works. So they have the big corner, and then they have the small corner. So, you know, whichever suits your needs, but we luckily won't need them. And yeah, I would classify
There's
this,
definitely nothing weird happening in there.
no, I would classify this as a quote unquote interesting ride.
Work in progress.
Yeah, once you go jank, you never go back. So that's another thing. We'll want to put in some floor plating internally just so you don't fall out. Yeah, that's definitely something we'll want to do. Um, we'll put in some floor plating and I guess, okay, the ceiling plating is there, but not the floor plating. That makes a lot of sense. And that makes sense because those are uncovered. Yes, precisely. Um, depends on your definition of engineering room.
This
Um,
engine room.
yeah, so I'm gonna maybe chuck a seat in there and call that the engineering room. Because,
You sit here. There are no windows. Just wait for something to break.
yeah, that's just gonna be right back here where everything is. I might throw a seat or two in, but there isn't much space. Yeah, you can definitely work on those. I'm gonna start putting in some. I think I need to go more custom down here just based on it's the bottom, not the top, so that's gonna be annoying, but then we'll do like a 36 by 140. Let's do a 36 by 96. No, we want a 36 by 144. And we'll bring it close right there. How's that look? Yeah, that goes right up next to it. And then that's what, like a 40, we'll put a 48 by 72 there. That'll do the trick. It should be able to be bolted to the engines as well, so we won't have to worry about any of that structural integrity. And then I'm gonna put a 1 by right there. 1 by 24. Just for kicks. Alright, please, okay. The warp class is 1.21, that's acceptable. And there's only some red, and that's because it's the doors being jank. So, that's alright with me. So what we're gonna do is we'll see, okay, that looks about the same. And then we'll pull out all reliable. We'll say copy paste. And there we go. And so the gun deck is really just the sides. You can call it a deck and put it there. And yes, you can use extra mouse buttons as flight controls. So like something I'll do, um, not on this ship, but I have a heavy fighter. I'll bind like my multiple things to like one of my mouse buttons. And it still works. Yeah. Like, you can still bind things. It's just really only used for looking around instead of controlling your weapons. Okay, so we'll bolt these in. And of course, they need 3 bolts to be happy. Okay, and we'll worry about these once we actually like start to finish the ship, because it doesn't really impact the warp class and it's just a stupid thing. So something. Alright, this. You're impacting my warp class. Okay, that made it much better. No, this ship doesn't have enough internal space for a CIC. Um, the CIC is, oh hey, when one bridge is under attack, don't use that bridge. I realize I should have spawned inside because I can't actually take out the bolts while I'm in test flight. But, so the perks of having, so, I mean, you could technically put like a CIC in here, like have a single chair and like screens up super close, but that ain't really my style. We might, I don't know, but you can just like, oh no, this bridge is getting shot, and then just pop down onto the lower bridge and yeah, I haven't really shown them much. So we have 2 identical bridges. Well, not identical yet. They're not really furnished. Um, but they're basically identical. And then we have elevators and then into the kind of like engineering room. And then forward, that's all the cargo containers. And yeah, so this is just. And the elevators are actually really nice because it's the perfect height. Your mag boots still grab. So that's really handy. But so let's see. I think the like midsection is good for now. So we have 2 areas to do next. The engines and the rear. So that's going to be interesting. I don't like doing engines, but what we can
Less
do
perks
is,
than the front.
yeah, we'll try the front.
Have you saved recently?
No, thank you.
Just gotta make sure.
Yeah, and there are so many cool ships coming out, so I can't wait to see so many more. Oh yeah, there are fuel tanks on the front. So since those are the large fuel tanks, um, or propellant tanks, well, see, that's the thing. You're so you're getting shot at, and say you have no clue about what's inside this ship. So you just see the like armored, the weapons and stuff, and you're like, okay, it's like a combat frigate or something. Um, you're not going to be shooting up here by like the maneuver thrusters. You're going to be trying to shoot where it counts, the engines, the bridge, uh, the weapons. You're not really going to know these are there unless you actually know the inner workings of the ship. So, kind of iffy, but and well, I mean, the middle of the ship is actually pretty solid. Like, it's very nice to have.
It's not like the ship's gonna snap in half.
Yeah. So I think.
Unless like someone's real aggressive with some serious firepower.
So I realize now that maybe there's the solution to these instead of using the 144s because they're just the wrong size. Yeah, they're just not gonna know. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna shoot the regular areas of the ship." Oh, so handy thing. So cargo crates. Oh, I don't want to click on them. They cause a lot of bugginess. But so uh, you'll see. So I have the wire and pipe coming out of these cargo crates. Since they're modular, they all connect perfectly to each other. So there's 8 cargo crates, and well, series of eights, and so the power and propellant transmits perfectly through them. So there aren't actually any pipes back here. They're the actual crates themselves. So unless like the connection points are damaged, it'll transfer stuff perfectly.
I think it's a really cool feature that they do.
Yeah, they're honestly like the cargo crates are really helpful for survival. So we're gonna try these 108s again, and hopefully they'll work. Because personally, when I look at these, I don't really like how they don't align perfectly. Like
They don't just like snap to the angle to be.
how they have that gap there. It's like, why would you do this? But
It's so weird. There's got to be something that fits it.
so I'm also gonna move this down so that there we go. I'm betting
So
I
it
need
lines
to,
up with the beam.
yeah. You gotta get creative in these parts of space.
True.
Boom. There we go. And then so we'll just use
Nice
the
top bottom symmetry though.
Yeah. They don't stick out, which is really all I'm looking for at this point. So, come on. If you... There we
What
go.
the
Okay,
hell?
I was about to be slightly upset.
A little peeved.
The opposite of gruntled. I know the opposite of gruntled is disgruntled, but I feel like the word gruntled doesn't get used enough.
It needs some airtime.
Yeah, the classic copy pasta. Copy pasta, rotate, and done. Look at that. And then we can just delete these. And before we bolt anything, we're going to save it because these propellant tanks, if you touch them with so much as a bolt tool, they make me have to restart the game. So we're just going to save and then
Pray
pray.
the Kraken doesn't find us.
Yeah, the space Kraken. Please don't. Okay, cool. Did it actually bolt any of these? Okay, it did, and they're okay. So,
You didn't summon the old ones?
it,
Yay!
I mean, it works great. So, and I don't know. We may just do like
They
flat.
actually bolted like really well. They look nice too.
Yeah,
the
they
way the
do. They're
bolts.
symmetrical.
Shame the rest of the bolts didn't do that.
Might just do. Actually, wait. We have the luxury here. We can go into decorative plates. We'll see what they have.
Also, aren't the decorative plates a little bit thicker?
Uh, I
Some of them at least.
I have no clue.
Whatever you do not put grates in.
Yeah, for real. Decorative plate. Oh, that's thick. Those are all railings. That's a thing.
Those are like when you get to a ship that's
Here
big
we
enough
go.
that you need to have like stairs and stuff on the...
Like decorative wall panels. Oh,
Do we know what the inside of the Centurion looks like?
the Centurio,
The super
the big boy.
giant Empire.
Yeah, I'm not sure we know what the inside looks like.
Because it's got to be like, it's like a full-on capital ship, isn't it?
Yeah, that is about two
It's like
times,
three times the size of a lictor.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in the editor anymore. It's like 3 times longer. But also, what do you guys think of this? Should I just do normal plating and then put the greebling on, or should I have like these on here?
I like it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll then put them in and then we'll put plating here, and then yeah, I agree.
Or in Nurney, call them what you want.
Let's see, that looks... I'm gonna close that. Okay, let's see. That looks like it might be 48. Okay, yeah, that looks about right. But this ship won't be my like cosmetically tuned ship. Later on, I'll make a ship that is supposed to look good, but this one will, as long as it functions and isn't horrendous to look at, it'll do.
Top plate and bottom plate didn't snap one part.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
And
So
then,
the
yeah,
really nice looking ship, what kind of thing? What's going to be?
sorry, you cut out?
What's the really nice looking ship going to be used?
Used for?
Yeah, is it going to be like another miner?
Honestly, I don't know. It might just be used for looks, because vanity reasons, I don't know. But so now this
Fair
doesn't
enough.
work, so let's find a suitable replacement. So the only thing I don't like here, so we only have this beam right here. So we have to have a plate that's half the size of 240, so 120, which isn't anything. Yeah. See,
Split it into 224s and 236.
yeah, 24s and 36s, but I'm not sure the 144s will reach far enough. But I can't wait until like people start making cosmetic, well, I've seen a couple, but like fully making cosmetically based ships, because that stuff is going to be cool. So that's a 144, but I think a 96 is way too short for what we're doing. Yeah. How about if I like do this? Opinions on that? That,
I
and
think that's
then
good.
we'll
It
just
also
put
lets you
like,
preserve structure, so that's important.
yeah, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get anything pretty in there or strong. So, Space Yamato. I've seen a couple gunships already, so they're
Someone
starting to be a
accidentally
thing.
built the hull of a Yamato yesterday.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did that snap in perfectly already? Right, so that looks pretty good. I actually kind of like that nose.
Save and auto.
We may put, what we may do is put some maneuver thrusters in here. So, or maneuver thrusters in a design somewhere along here, because that way that enables us to go straight backwards if we need to. Or I could just like put them on the bridge. Um,
It also means you could stop faster, right?
I prefer to not use them to stop, but yes, if you need to.
Like just in case.
Yeah, yeah, of course. So that I do like that, yeah. And then we'll just finish up the rest of the plating here. So let's do like a, wonder if that'll, no, right there. I don't think two of them will fit, but that's 96. Yeah. Could put like, what I was thinking is we could put like them in a pattern on the nose here, like kind of around the edges and maybe one or two in the middle, and then just putting, just in case, uh, two here and two on the bottom bridge in the same spot.
Makes sense.
That's 96 by 48. So, also, I'm not sure if that's actually, oh, okay, it did bolt, cool. Um, I guess we'll just go with that since it fits pretty well. Actually, we might want to go with 144 by 144 bricks or slabs. Yeah, that actually looks okay. Yeah, that fits perfectly. So then we'll do, what might this be? That looks like it could be a 96 by 144. And that's because it is. Man, I'm just on top of the guessing game today. Now I just need to actually put them in place, but
Pro plating 101.
there we go. And a save, and then an auto bolt is in order. Geez, lots of progress compared to last time, I think, at least.
How many soft crashes do you think you had last time?
I'd put it at 4 or 5. So this is actually, so this is 84 centimeters right here. So that's very unfortunate. But what we'll do is we'll just instead, we'll put in the 72s like normal. And then because we have 1 by like 144s, we can just stick those in where we need them. And I also love how perfectly that lines up there. That just makes me so happy inside. So what we'll do is because these fit perfectly here, all we need is, and there's space here, we'll just do 12 by 72s there, and then we'll need 12 of, not 12, 2 of these, one on either side, and then we'll just do 1 by 144s in the middle. So that actually worked out really well.
Math for the win.
Yeah.
But coincidental math. The best kind of math.
I was really motivated to work on this today, so I'm very happy about this. And then we'll just put in the more device space because the 72. And there is a beam under there, I think. Yeah, there's a beam, so these can be connected without issues. So we'll bolt that. This auto bolt tool has saved so many lives, I'm not even gonna lie. And then we'll check.
Doing this individual bolts. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Alright, looking good. Let's check
Only
how many
issues
bolts.
the doors.
Yeah, I'm almost at 10,000 bolts. So that would not be fun to say the least. But so
That would be a serious
6.73 million, 1,500
That's not
cables.
too bad.
Yeah, no.
Especially fully plated.
So as long as what I want this to be is at most 7.5 million, because that way, if it breaks, I can replace it.
With the amount of money you already have.
Yes. So that way, that's kind of my insurance against unfortunate accidents. Also, just ignore that right there. That's just an issue. So because along the ship, the beams had to be a certain way, like I used an unconventional beam structure. That is just a sad byproduct of said sad unconventional beam structure.
What was the benefit of using said beam structure?
It honestly just fit like perfect. But
Just like the whole right shape and everything.
yeah. You know, I may actually want to put more of these along the sides because I actually really like how those look.
They had a decent bit of texture with
Yeah, and then I could just put more on top
very
of
little.
that. It would work.
Also, how many ore crates have you got right now? Like, how many stacks of ore can you get in a full?
So right now this is 96. So 96 stacks of, I believe it's 1,724. No, 1,728 kilovoxels.
That is quite a bit.
Yeah, but again, this is just the light version. So for everybody who's watching who doesn't know, this is going to be the light version, and we're going to have a heavy version. So the heavy version, instead of having just the 96 crates that we have now, we'll have 192. Yeah, 192, double the amount of crates, because what we'll do is, so on the inside, you see how there's 2 rows of crates? What we'll do is we'll just copy the top row and put it on top, copy the bottom row and put it on bottom. Now there will be a couple modifications that'll have to be made, but honestly, that actually may be something to try for, but I'm not quite sure where they'd all fit to get a perfect 200. So
Maybe you could extend a couple out over the nose there on top of the propellant crates. Or propellant.
Yeah. Well,
That also would shield them from top.
could try that. Honestly, 200 may be where it's at, but also like we're gonna have to see how much conversion it takes to get to 200.
It might be just too much fiddling around.
Yeah. We're gonna pull a classic right here.
Copy pasta.
Yes, and then a rotate. Yoink. Almost. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, there we go. And then I think we are perfectly cleared to just copy the entire top.
Copy pasta. Like imagine once they get a mirror mode in, especially if you can do it across like 2 axes, this would have taken like a fourth of.
Oh yeah, I'd be so happy because I'm spending so much time just regularly plating. So I think it does fit really well, but yeah, it does. We're just gonna vertex snap. Yay. Boom.
Such a brilliant little tool.
Look at that. Whew. Perfect.
Save before you bolt.
Yeah. Bolting is scary. But then so we'll obviously need to replace those propellant tanks. But so to get at them, so what we'll just need to do is we'll need to just take out a singular panel, and actually, sorry, we'll need to take out multiple because there's these right there, and then you just need to get on the outside and you can access all of the bolts that you need to.
And it's a hell of a lot of propellant in that.
It may be a hell of a lot of propellant, but it can only fly for I think 17 hours. Let's go do a science experiment real quick. This isn't really science, more engineering, but
Just gonna test its speed.
yeah. I don't know what that was, but
What, the like slow pickup speed?
yeah. Alright, so now what you want to do, you want to just go over here. So there's our entire propellant in our ship. So I'm just going to do a classic, so I'm taking out a timer right now, a stopwatch. So what I'm going to do is you choose an amount that you wait for, that you time in, and then that's how you'll calculate. So let's say 5,000 going to once it hits that 70. Okay, so that took 7.94 seconds. So now what we want to do, there's 34 million propellant in there. So we divide it by 5,000, so 5,000 equal increments. That gets us 6,800. So we multiply that by the 7.94, which gets us the seconds. So that's 53,992 seconds. Then we divide by 60, we get 899 minutes, divide by 60 again. Okay, so that's 15 hours almost flat. So about 15 hours of flight time, and then we'll need to replace it. And we'll probably also have to replace it before then, because if it's at an inconvenient point, like, so this may be a couple trips out to the belt, but if this is full, like with even a mediocre ore, it should pay for itself.
You can fix the economy all by yourself by just bringing in one load of like a medium ore instead of like a.
Yeah, it is a little daunting to do the calculations, but also so something I find fun about this is it's actually like crazy maneuverable for a ship of this size. Like it doesn't rotate well, but like it pitches and stuff very easily. It's still chonky and you can feel it, but
Go back towards the station. How much can you try and like dodge around?
oh, so in the test instance, there's really only the one station, and it's actually see-through.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
you can still try and dodge around it.
yeah, we
It won't
can.
be like,
I forget which.
perfect.
I think it was this door that I unbolted. Yeah. Let's. I mean, hell yeah. And so there's another one of these turrets on the other side. So
Lasers for the win.
pretty fun. And then you just pop inside, realign yourself, and there you go. Yeah, most likely. And then you can
Maybe the
also
heavy
control
have
the ship
armor on
from
the
down
top.
here. So, and yeah, they will probably get shot. I've been uh, I've been kind of wanting to put armor on them, but
Armor's pretty expensive, though, isn't it?
yeah, it's insanely expensive. That would push. We'll figure that out once we get closer to actually estimating how much this will cost, because I do not want to be running my bank account dry
What's that
just
little
on one.
orangey tower thing? Is that an
Oh,
Empire?
yeah, that's the Empire like HQ on the starter outpost or starter
Pretty sick.
station. Yeah. So. Oh.
Incoming! Ah.
Epic parkour. So it's also got a cool thruster trail, but looks pretty dope. Let's jump off the front and admire. Yeah, I do like that.
I like how the plume doesn't just go straight out from the start. It like bunches up around the engines to some.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So back to the editor, and here we are. So what I do want to do real quick is finish up the plating like on the bottom of the bridge, because like up here, so we have all this plating and it's in there, but down here there's so many gaps. So we're just gonna slap this on real quick.
I just got an email from a college that's literally just, "Congrats on your graduation." It's like I haven't graduated.
That's
And all it
naff.
was like a little image. It's like, "We hope you have a safe summer." It's like, thanks. Why did you feel the need to send an email to me and everybody else?
My summer is totally gonna just consist of sitting inside playing Starbase. Let's see how many hours I
No
have
harm in
actually.
that.
Right now I have 125 hours. I think I may have been slacking the other day, but if I wasn't, then I definitely have over 10 hours a day. Also, so that is
You're
bad.
doing your civic duty for Starbase.
So let's see, what
Ooh,
is
that's
your issue?
very rare.
So sometimes adding bolts just works, or sometimes
It
removing
said
them.
something about a thruster.
Okay, now it's magically fixed itself.
Nothing to
Um,
see.
is this what's taking down the warp class? No. What's taking down the warp class? It's not those. Is there anything up here? 1.45, 1.45, 1.45,
Is it
1.39,
stuff on the control panel?
1.02. Of course it's you. Imagine a single plate bringing down your warp class. I'm fine with
It is a
1.39.
strange
So,
distribution.
alright, so we got the main plating in the front done. So that's all bolted and saved. So we'll put in. I like leaving, so this is technically the ceiling down here, but I like leaving that open. It gives you more of a different vibe, I'd say.
More head height, a
Yeah,
little more
but
spacious.
I'm gonna copy the floor around from upstairs. That's what I call it. Oh yeah, it does need light. I have to add those in. And this is I try to record and
Lights are
stream.
still stupid bright though, aren't they?
Yeah, I try to record and stream at 2x brightness. So,
Which is nice. It is visible.
because like if we bring it down again, like it's not that bad, but it's still pretty dark.
Starts to get bad when the sun sets.
Yeah. So we'll just turn that back up.
It's nice that you can turn it farther up though.
Yeah, it's very handy. See, so you're not fitting because you are one off. So I think what's happening there is if we flip it over,
And put it on the other side.
yeah, but instead only select that part. Hmm. I guess we'll just have to do custom flooring down here.
You're in the home stretch.
Yeah. Wait, we might just be able to.
Copy pasta it.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And then that's the elevator shaft, so we want to leave that open. Is that? Yeah, that's one in. So we need to move that just right there. Perfect. Alright, save. And then we'll go back in here. We'll auto bolt. And then we'll hit F5, which is the test flight button. Alright, and we'll check it out. Okay, so now we're on the floor. Looks pretty good. We might put a light like back there and back there. Not sure I'm gonna light up this the elevator. Nope. Yep, there we go. I'm not sure I'm gonna light up the elevator, but I want to put like a light in that corner and a light in that corner. It should be bright enough to light up this whole area, hopefully, because this area is pretty dark. And then one over here. Oh, I went with the premium FCU, I guess. So, yeah. I do really like this double deck design. But so now onto one of the more, how do I put this? Painful assets of doing this. So the description, building a Megahauler and suffering while doing it. This is where the suffering is going to come in. I hate plating like engines in the area. I tend to get really lazy. So we're just going to see how this goes. We'll start with the easy stuff. Actually, no, we should start with the hard stuff, like putting something through here. Let's see if one of these fits well. So that's 144. We'll try a 144 by 144 plate and we'll see where that gets us. X-wings. Oof.
Like stylized fins, like on, I don't know,
That looks like it's a
space.
48 by 144.
That'd be pretty cool on the side,
I mean,
because it goes flat back all the way. Maybe it's
yeah.
something to say for the heavy though.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the back of an X-wing.
There's a floating plate down below.
Yeah. So, um,
Is that left over from the copy pasta of the floor?
might be. Why is this not going perfectly flush? Is there something in your way? So you're refusing to move. And that is because of these pesky bolts. So those are... What are they doing? Oh, are they holding in? So they may actually be holding the attachment plates together. Alright, sounds good. So those are actually holding the attachment plates together, I think. So what it may be fine to do is just have it flush with the back. I'm cool with that. And then we'll just align this. Does this have... It doesn't have a corner alignment point. Really. That's odd. We'll just... This has stuff along the corner. Right? No, it of course it doesn't. Let's just see if we can line up the one. I don't care about you being flush, I just need you to move over. That moves it back. This is when the snapping tool becomes painful, and this is partially why I don't like the back. Ah. I'm just gonna go slowly insane trying to plate this. If we just rotate it, would that fix all of my issues just for fun? No, of course it wouldn't. Ah! Okay. So, in times like these, we hit Shift C, which disables snapping. And then we say, that looks about good. And then we enable snapping. Alright, please be green, please be green. Oh, that makes me a little bit sad. But no worry. Actually, I'm just gonna purposely do the same thing on the top as well. Unless it won't let me move it back. Because it's insane. Why are you not letting me move you backwards? Just please, like, why can't it just have snapping where I can move it 12 centimeters at a time? Please. Uh, See, bargaining doesn't work with the snapping system. It just takes what it wants and murders you. And that's how I feel right now. Murdered. Ah. You know what? Maybe the asymmetry is alright. We'll just put um, the 1 by like 144s up here, and it'll all be okay. And it'll be fine. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Put a bolt there, a bolt there. Are you gonna throw any fits? You're not throwing any fits. Okay, cool. Oh man. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what hurts my brain. It's what really gets me. Hmm? You cut out like that entire thing.
Which bit really hurts your brain?
Plating in like tight areas where the snapping tool will not snap in any means by 12 centimeters, even though all you need is 12 freaking centimeters. But then, you know, that looked fine right there.
Be right back.
Yep. We'll just put the 12 by 144s in here. And then, what's that? That's a 1 by, let's call that a 48. Yep, that works. Alright, and then we'll save again, and then we'll auto bolt. I can't wait until this gets a better version control system. I know it's in the works, so that'll be really handy. I'll be really happy about that. Alright, and it all was bolted. Okay, that is great. Sweet. So now what we want to do, I think we'll handle like right in here. So like how we have, this is a 144 by 432 plate. That might actually work almost perfectly for the side. Does it work perfectly for the side? It does not. What a surprise. We'll try the 240, 144 by 240. Or 288. Alright, cool. You may wish for something to fit perfectly, but just know it never will.
You plan the plating from the very beginning,
Yeah, if you do plating,
and that would just hurt.
I would not want to do the plating before anything else. That's 144. Let's call that a 96. Yeah, that definitely might only need like a 48. I think a 7. I don't know about a 72. 72 may be too much for that. I think it may be like 12 centimeters over. Unless it's perfect. And it is. Okay, that's actually really helpful. So we'll just hit Shift, and then the classic Control C, Control V. Realize that it has accidentally been put up one spot. And then be really happy that that fits near perfect. And then save and bolt again. And that brings up so many errors. And now we fix it by bolting the way that Frozen Bite never intended, and there we go. Alrighty. So now what we'll need to do is we'll need to fix up like that area, but only on the corners, because since all of these are aligned pretty well, you can't really see in between them. We may have to put something like right there. That's going to be annoying because of that, but it's definitely doable. So yeah, and then we'll plate up the back. I'm not sure, I don't think we're really going to do any engine coverings. I've never really been an engine covering guy, but yeah, so. And because these already have bolts through them by the auto bolting system, we may have to actually unbolt them to get a plate in. I think we're going to do that now. Let's hope it doesn't die. That probably makes, yeah, that makes the entire thing unstable. But we'll just get some plates in and then it'll fix everything. So actually we could put like a 144 in that one. So I'm gonna unbolt the same stuff on the other side too, so I can kind of work in tandem. And we'll just, there we go. And then I definitely can't put one of those plates down there because of that. So what we're gonna do, we may only need to take a 24 by 144, that would work. Alright, 24 by 144, you did your job. Then we'll put in a 36 along here. Actually, we want to put in a 48. A 48 would do better along there, because that way it gives a better base for those bolts to grab onto. There we go. And then what is that? That looks like a 24 by 24 actually. So we'll just stick this in there, see if it works, and then go from there. Yeah, okay. Cool. So then we'll bop. For some reason when you copy and paste, it sometimes doesn't like to let you actually move things around. So, and then we'll save and close our eyes and pray. as we look away in horror at what is going to happen next. Please don't make the entire ship unstable. Please don't make the entire ship unstable.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, we're back up to ship warp class 1.39. All right. Those bolts are going through fine and everything is green. That's what we look for. And then we'll just put like a 36 by 144s through there. But what I am seeing is some more of those renegade bolts. So we're gonna say bye-bye to those. Then where did I put that? I'm gonna just copy and paste this in a couple times. And then bolt. We'll see if that does any better. Okay, cool. And I kind of wish that when you auto bolted, there was a little loading bar that would happen. Like I know there's the black box that fades in and out of white, but you know that just doesn't really do it for me. So what are you? We might have to do. That could be a 36 by 72. We'll just finish up this back plating and then we can call it a day. And then we can get to the Greeblin soon. I am totally gonna
And maybe
enunciate
even
it.
like actually buying it and taking it out.
Yeah, that I am gonna be doing like double and triple checks before we take it out.
And finding an escort, probably. At least for the first.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see how it shakes out, because it's very difficult for pirates to find you if you don't want to be found. And if you're actually careful.
If you're not like posting coordinates.
Yeah. So this is actually going to be a 48 by 76, I think. Yeah, 48 by 76. 72. Yikes. Yeah, that fits in perfectly. And then we'll do the same thing down here. Alright, and then that should be like a 36 by 144. If it aligns perfectly, oh, that would be nice. Nope, that's the wrong. And it does. Oh, that is a very nice feeling.
The entire plating of the ship has been working to the.
Oh, look at that.
It's brilliant.
And we'll save. And then we'll auto bolt. And then we'll do a quick once over. See if everything looks about right, how it should.
Move those door bolts again.
Yeah, just in case I forget about them last time. And then I call these like workstation pieces I just like copy from all the time. But so we'll unbolt you. Unbolt you. So we'll have to finish up these corners, but that won't be difficult at all. That'll just be as easy as putting in a 36. We could actually do that right now if it fits well. Okay, I don't want to do that right now. But I'll do that in the next one. So if you guys liked what you saw, please follow me here. And then I also have a YouTube channel, so subscribe there if you want to see more of this. And if you missed some, I post all of these to my YouTube channel as well. So that's a really great place if you miss anything. And so next time, what we'll do is we'll get that greebling going and we'll make this look nicer. And then hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll finish up with the interior. We'll do the lights, and then maybe even buy it next time. That would be really fun. So let's save, and thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and Goodbye.